Hello. Just finished the stream for Goldilocks Gaming Rig, the live stream. Now I'm going to actually go into showing you how to configure the BIOS, make sure the RAM's running at the correct speeds, make sure Intel safe or Intel CPU settings are actually set in the BIOS, because some Intel motherboards have been frying Intel processors. I know it's not the 12th gen, but I'm still going to double check. I'm going to make sure it's on the most up to date version of the BIOS, and then move into installing Windows. While I'm installing Windows, I'm going to show you how to do the OBE, or out of box experience. With that means I can go in, I can install Windows updates, I can install the drivers, I can install any programs that she wants. And Goldilocks is, I'm going to be installing Chrome, Steam, and Discord for her. I'm also going to make sure the GPU graphics are up to date, get them installed, get the chipset, all that type of stuff actually installed for the motherboard and all that stuff. And then once I'm done, I'll show you how to activate the OBE and go from there. Basically, OBE means I can go in, install all the Windows updates, install drivers, get all that stuff done, and then activate the OBE so that when she boots up her computer for the first time, it'll take her to the regional settings, keyboard, logging in your Microsoft account. It'll do all that stuff as if it's the first time Windows is being booted up. But once she gets to her desktop, all the Windows updates, drivers, all that stuff will already be installed for her. So let's get here. I'm already in the BIOS, and as I was saying, the RAM that we installed is 6400 megatransfers or megahertz, and we need to go in here down to DRAM frequency and find the 6400. That way, next time the system boots, it will actually boot up running at the 6400 megahertz for the RAM. As you can see, performance mode's already enabled. Intel default settings is also already enabled, so we are good there. The next thing is to go down and let's make sure that the hard drive is showing up, which it is. As you can see here, the hard drive is showing up, so I can get Windows installed on it. The next step is to boot into my flash drive. Let's get this fixed. And we'll boot into the Ventoy OS that I use to install operating systems. So let's give it a minute for it to go through its reboot process. Okay, we're now booted up into Ventoy. Ventoy is just a program that you can have multiple Windows ISOs, Windows or not Windows, well, Windows and Linux, any operating system ISO, you can load onto this flash drive, and this will boot into this. We're going to be installing Windows 11, so we'll click here, normal mode, and then it will slowly load into the install process. Okay, so standard, we're in the United States, so English, US keyboard, yes, everything will be deleted. Skip the product key. Now it's going to find, we're going to install Windows Home. I accept. Now it's going to search for the hard drive. Okay, so this disk 0 is the hard drive that we're going to be installing on. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all these partitions so it's a full, fresh hard drive to install Windows on. Okay, so disk 0, the 2 terabyte drive. This is my flash drive that I have plugged in that has Ventoy running on it. So we're going to install here, so we just need to click next. Keep nothing, install Windows 11 Home. Now it's going to go through the process of loading all the files onto the hard drive and start the installation process. I will go ahead and fast forward through this and come back once it's installed. Okay, all the install, all that stuff is done. So now we're going to go into audit mode. So to do audit mode, you do Control Shift F3. This is the very first screen when it starts to do where you have the slick region as it shows on the screen. So yeah, Control Shift F3, and now it's going to reboot again. But once it's done rebooting, it's going to boot directly into the desktop. And then from there, I can start the Windows updates. I can start all the driver installs. I can do all of that stuff, get some of the programs that you wanted installed done, and go from there. I'll come back once it's back at the desktop. Okay, now we're back at the desktop. So we're going to ignore this. This is when I'm done doing all of the Windows updates, drivers, all that stuff. I'll come back to this window. For now, I'm just going to move it down out of the way. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in to, and this is where I already preloaded all the drivers onto my flash drive, so I didn't have to worry about installing them. For some reason, let's get the LAN drivers installed first so I can actually have internet access, which I'm being blind right now. Right there, right below me. Let's go ahead and get this installed. Sometimes this one doesn't actually pop up a window, but if you look down on the bottom right, it'll show that it now has network. So it's identifying my network and getting connected. And we're now connected. Let's go ahead and get some of these drivers installed. I will come back once I get all of the drivers installed, walk you through on the graphics side, show you that installing Steam and all that stuff. all Windows updates are now installed. Got the drivers installed for the chipset, for the motherboard, for the graphics card, all of that type of stuff. As you can see on the screen, Windows updates are done. I have Steam installed for her. I got Chrome installed for her. And I still need to get Discord installed for her. Okay, Discord's now installed. So everything I was going to do for her is done. So now the next step is to finish the OBE, OOBE, out of box experience. So this generalized option here is if you're creating an ISO, so you can generalize it so it's not hardware specific. I'm going to leave that unchecked. I'm going to leave the reboot, and you can just click OK. And then it'll go through its process of cleaning everything up, getting it set up to be the initial first boot. I'll reboot. Take a few minutes for it to reboot. Right, as you can see, acting like it's its first boot up, and it's now back at the region screen. She can go through and actually select everything and set up her computer the way she wants, get logged into her Microsoft account, and go from there. So this install process is now complete. As you saw, I've got all that done for her. This is the end of this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. If you go to my channel, I also have my website for my business. I do build custom computers, do troubleshooting, stuff like that. So you can contact me through my website, or you can assist me by going to my channel and liking and subscribing. Thank you.